3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the SPPD Procast, your favorite South Park Phone Destroyer podcast, because it's the only one. Today, we got a regular, a newbie, and an old favorite. Today we got the regular OniChris. You can find him at twitch.tv/OniChris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me back.
Dude, of course. Always. Chris is also involved in a little side project with him and SDNW, Grandiloquent Gaming, which is spelled exactly how it sounds.
I'll link you later.
Yeah. Today, that'll actually be linked over on a YouTube overlay since you guys are on YouTube.
Cool.
We also have the newbie, IrishManJmo, today. You can find him at twitch.tv/IrishManJmo, I think. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic tonight. How's everybody doing?
Good. How's everybody in chat? All right, and now we got an old favorite. GrayGod, it's been a while since you've been on the stream. You can find him at Casa Bonitas. How are you doing, GrayGod?
Casa done. I'm
Casa
doing good,
done.
man. Doing good.
So it's good to hear, guys. We're going to get right into it. Welcome, everybody in chat. All the bucket games are off, so don't even bother. I think you can still play coins. You can flip coins. But thanks for stopping by. And we got a whole lot of stuff to cover today. And it's going to be exciting. So let's start it off. Finally, it happened, just like I said it would. There's some sort of subscription-based thing. It wasn't quite what I was talking about, but a battle pass kind of does the same thing. It gets you to play every day, gets you to consistently complete events, you know, whatever it does. It was always about getting you to play consistent, come back every day to get your reward, whatever it was. I think it's awesome. It's worth every penny. Irish, what do you think about the battle pass right now?
I've been, just like you, I've been advocating for this since the beginning because I've had subscriptions on other mobile games, and I think they're some of the best things you can have. So I'm super excited. I have it on all of my accounts, and I'm going to do my best to keep them.
Oh, good luck, man.
Yeah. Well, if they hand out cash, and it just, I mean, if they keep the price the same, you can get 1,000 a month or whatever from actually playing the game. So
I did hear word that the event, I haven't finished mine yet, but the event cash might have been lowered a little bit. So it might be a little bit tougher to get that 1,000. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't really pay attention to my event cash.
I don't either.
No.
Somebody else could confirm that in chat. I still think you get plenty. You get about 400 from the pass itself, so that'll balance out what you miss from the event. So I think you could get 1,000 before that pretty. So, and if you can't, you know, you buy it once, and then you can probably free to play the next one. So,
right.
I think it's a good model for sure. And a lot of games do a battle pass thing, and it's cheap. Man, I was expecting something like this to be 5K, not 1,000.
Well, especially since you get a
Super
guaranteed
cheap.
legendary.
Yeah, right off the
Immediately,
bat.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's a
the
good
next
deal.
one, the next legend is you get one of the epic packs, one of the almost guaranteed, like the 80-90% ones. At
The
like
premium thing?
Yeah, is it like 30 or something like that? And then the next guaranteed legend is like there's one at 57 and then one at like 50 or something. Does that sound right? Something like that. But that's not hard to get. If you play 2 PvP packs every day and half the events and half the challenge roads, like you'll get it easily. I think the max you could get is like 12,000 and you only need 10,000 or 6,000, right? So I think it'll be trivial to complete.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought on it when people were going hardcore about grinding them out right away. I'm like, the last legendary is only like not even at the end of the tiers, so anything after that's just a bonus in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and like I mentioned before, even if you only get 10 tiers, that 1,000 for that one legend was the cheapest legend you'll ever get.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
even without
The
getting
best
any
value,
of the tiers, it's worth the cost. So that's impressive. So they're just handing out rewards to it.
Granted, that's the first pass. It may not be that every month.
That's true. They could
Yeah.
change it. That's
I'm
true.
saying.
That's true.
It's 1,000. I mean, it's like it's a no-brainer for every player in the whole game to get the one free legendary automatically. It doesn't make any sense not to pick it up. The next 59 are all bonuses to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that anybody wouldn't choose to do the first round of this because I don't know about you guys, but once they introduced the update, I went back and I collected all the PVE, all the rewards from the different PvP levels, and I gained like 1,400 in-game cash just from doing that, which is enough to cover the cost.
And from
Even-
the PvE and the arenas together were ridiculous. How many? Oh man, I was loving it. I was getting
So many epics.
I got like 50, 60 epics. I think that was awesome.
For a while, I was thinking, "Oh shit, this is going to be every single pack," and I was like, "Oh no, it's just because the PVE rewards." I was like, "Damn, this is stupid good," but it was still nice of them to do. It'll help new players too.
Definitely.
Yeah, my bronze shield kind of even got a shit ton of benefit out of it, and got enough cash to get the pass.
Nice. Yeah, I saw.
Oh, you got the pass from you earned the cash for the pass with the PVE rewards.
With all the arena packs that you got.
Oh, right on. Nice.
Scorpion didn't know he could do that until win.
It took me like hours into that day.
Yeah, I scoured everything. I was taking a shit that morning, and I remembered to record my arena pack openings. And then I completely spaced when I was opening my PVE ones because I was like, "Oh, sweet, that's a cool icon." And
It took me like 30 minutes to go through and open everything.
Yeah, for real. It was nice
took me
though.
forever.
yeah,
It was
and
nice.
it was
It's been
great.
a while.
It's great how they're all really chunked. So instead of getting like 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, you got like 7 of these. So you really like saw a nice chunk of that bar go by. So I saw a couple of people pull some, and somebody had 20 out of 25 BHKs, and then he got to 5 BHKs. That's probably awesome for him.
So sick.
Those packs took me to 39 out of 25 alien drones.
Wow. It's a curse.
I think I'm
It's a curse.
sitting right around there too. I think I'm a little over 50 alien drones.
Yeah, I took him.
Glanzer was running him. He was.
Yeah,
Would
I
you run
took-
him and then
that was your
he
fault,
didn't get
Chris.
affected by cog magic against service or whatever?
Yeah, it actually won me a game because he cock magicked.
Mhm. That's what I'm talking
And-
about. Alien drones OP.
It killed everybody else, but it was fun. And but yeah, I brought him to level 4 because everyone's like, run drone. I was like, I'll do it. And the moment BHK hit and didn't buff either of them, I was like,
man.
fuck this. Fuck this. This card
It's even in
sucks. I was just like, give it a chance, Red Links. Give it a chance. If you could drop drone and then visitors and then like a ninja,
It can safely kill sideboard. though.
hopefully they don't have Arrow Storm, but
There's gonna be like a weird super update where they make alien drone like mad ridiculous overpowered, and everyone's gonna buy him.
dude, I'll be ready. I'll have that level 5. Me and Blades will be ready for it.
Exactly.
They're gonna have alien drone drop Sharons, like multiple Sharons and shit.
So just like I'm sure everyone thought, everybody's on board with the battle pass. Anybody who thinks it's like, oh, this is too pay to win, they're stupid. 1,000 is so cheap, so cheap. If it was 5,000, then yeah,
That'd be stupid.
complaint. You'd have a real complaint that the free pass is so much worse than the paid one. But yeah, for 1,000, no brainer, man, no brainer. Now we'll talk if they increase the price. We'll revisit this subject. Or if they
Granted, this is what they should have done for their anniversary, not gave us a party hat. And it was like, you guys get your party hat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, this would have been great for the anniversary. This would have been a nice big update for the
Yeah,
anniversary.
but that's how anniversary should be. It should be like this. It's like Christmas where they give you a whole bunch of shit.
Well, they did have an event every single day, right? I mean, that was something.
They had
Yeah.
deals every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spend money every day.
Feed those mega whales.
Some of those are pretty good packs, though. Some people were catching legendaries in those PvP tickets packs, which is oh my god! Can you imagine turning 1,500 PvP tickets into a legend? Woo!
Yeah, no,
If only.
I'm not that lucky.
All right, here's
I did get my alt account in one of those, which is pretty nice.
that's sick. Here's a quick question: if there was a straight up legend in the Butters shop for PvP tickets, how much would you pay for it?
25,000, 20,000,
20,000 is about right.
Yeah,
20,000.
enough that you'd be able to really grind hard in a day and get enough. I would say.
20,000. That's kind of what I was thinking. right around that.
Yeah.
20, 25, 30. It would probably be 35, but I would only buy the ones I needed if it was 35. If it was like 20, 25, I'd buy every fucking legend. Everyone. Bolster the fucking army.
Still, I mean, 25 is still a shitload. Like, that's a lot of grinding, especially with the new system. Like, I'm not getting locker limit the past couple of days.
That's true.
That's a lot of grinding, especially for like, you know, a non-top tier player. Even at the top tier, I probably average like 10K tickets a day, so it's still 2 days worth of work.
Unless you're Adventure Luck, because they gain out tickets like crazy on Adventure Luck.
Yeah, instead of the epic that it would pull, it puts the PvP tickets in. I got, I think, 30,000 PvP tickets that first 2 times PvP event when it actually worked. And I think they broke it where it worked every time, and that's why they reverted it to never work, because that first day it worked. Every single PvP ticket was getting doubled, I think.
Yeah, I got a ton on that account.
That was dope. But yeah, they did fix the 2 times for PvP tickets, so it will be a little bit easier to get them up, you know, from those Tuesday events and the card events. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Or coins. Coins would be an interesting one. Coins would have to be like 100,000 or something nutty like that.
For coins?
Yeah.
For coins, I mean, 100,000. I mean, 80,000 maybe.
Yeah, I would say about 70, 75.
Yeah,
100K is a lot.
Yeah, but you can just get it from donating.
Because you can just buy coins from the shop.
That's true. Yeah, you'd have to do a cost.
That really aren't that
buying
expensive.
The coins.
It's like $5 for 12,000 or something.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah,
that's
you'd
also
have to
true.
Version of that.
Yeah,
that would never happen.
It's $20 for a legend in the shop. So I mean, that would be what?
Yeah, that's true.
It still wouldn't make sense. I mean, it would have to be more than that in Cartman coins, like 65,000, 75,000, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because that's not.
Do you think that would ever actually happen? Do you think they would do that at some point?
I doubt it.
Maybe like I think, way down the line. But
I think the PvP ticket is much more likely to happen than the Cartman coins.
Yeah,
sure. I guess I meant either of them because I can kind of see tickets happening. I can never see the coins happening.
Not for a long time, man. We're still waiting on Epic card requests, so.
One every Sunday, man. That's all they got to do.
Confirmed?
I think he said he mentioned it was being talked about or something. It was mentioned before for sure.
I know some official things. Some were talked about it briefly, like it was in the works or like it was definitely. I don't know. But then you could say the same about server side and some other things, but it might be coming.
Yeah, I mean it does take a while to. I don't know, kick it around in R&D, but yeah, I think it would be simple to just do one every Sunday, and then either have it like a trade system where you can just trade with one person one time, or do it where like you can request one and you can only donate one every week. That's it. You can just pound donation.
I don't know if it even needs to be that small of a level anymore. Like when we were first talking about it 6 months or so ago, it was different, but now they're handing out epics like crazy. Like if you do a locker limit, you probably average at least 7 epics.
Yeah, and in the higher tiers, I've actually been opening an epic in almost every single PvP pack I've opened today.
Are you in Arena 12 right now?
I'm in 11 still, I think. But
11?
I think only like 8 out of 10 I probably opened an epic.
Nice.
Yeah, they're coming. They're flushing them out a lot in the higher tier packets for sure.
Don't derank, folks.
So do you think that would burn your request? Like if you got to do the epic, would it burn it, or you just get to do it only once per week?
I think it'd be fine to just make it, instead of requesting 3 rares or 12 commons, you just request 1 epic. I think it could be a simple system like that. You could
every
request
8 hours.
A day.
Oh man,
that's one every 8 hours. Yeah,
that's a lot. I would say if you do the epic, it would get rid of your request for that day. You get one,
just
you
the
want
one
just
Sunday
for that
or
one
whatever
day. No, just for whatever day. If you do an epic, your cooldown is 24 hours instead of 8 hours.
Is that really too much though? Because if you think about it, most people in the game are going to be at getting where level 5 is where they need to be. So how long would that take getting 3 a day, getting 100? That's still over a month.
Yeah,
I mean, you could. I don't know, a lot. But I mean, imagine how many would have to also get donated if you could request that many. A lot. You're not
It'd
gonna
also
get
be
you're not
worth
gonna
more,
get
right?
30 BHKs.
Yeah, they'd be worth more experience.
They'd be worth more experience and coins to some degree, so some people could just burn fucking alien drone or whatever they don't want. Alien drone's not epic,
Get
but
that
like imp tweak
Get
or
that.
something.
Get that.
Yeah, it's epic.
Alien drone's
Alien
epic.
drone's epic.
Get that level 7 alien drone.
Epically bad.
True though.
They do probably make a lot of money selling epics to noobs. That's true. There's always people on the Facebook who are screenshotting like the deal, like 2 epics for 400 cash. Is this a good deal? Be good? Because that would be like the first time they get that card. Like, is it good?
Dude,
Level
I had
1
a hunch
Fireboy
imp
good?
tweak was gonna be good. Spent way too much money on that fucking card. I don't know
Dude,
why.
he's got a chance. He's got a
Of course, this was,
chance.
like, 7 months ago or whatever.
I've gotten killed by an imp a couple times. If you don't have your range in hand and you got fat boys, you can't drop to the Medusa. That sucks.
He's annoying, for sure.
Pretty often, I just drop a ninja right behind my new kid to deal with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's kind of
Ninja's
a
like the
pain,
only card I have most of the time to deal with him. And it takes Ninja so long to fucking kill him.
Not at level 4.
Ooh, that's a good point, Johnny. Maybe only a certain legend tier could request epics. Would really limit the D ranking there as well.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could exploit it too easily as a new player otherwise.
Right, I was just
Like,
gonna think that.
You don't want new players like just skyrocketing epics.
Right, if you could do 3 every day, there'd be people botting accounts and just trading epics to get the right ones up. You'd have a whole team of bots that then could sell their account for, hey, we got level 4 epic account. You guys want it? Here's
Those
4
bots
of
are
them.
a lot of fun already.
Yeah, those bots are getting pretty good.
Pretty good cards, but man, their plays are esports level.
Dude, I had one rogue token in the corner, like the PvE, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Roman was in challenge mode the other day, and one of them started with Pope Timmy just right in front of New Kid.
You'd think that would be easy to somehow say, hey, don't play this one first.
He was just asserting his dominance. So it was a flex. That's all it was.
It's just like, hey, I'm definitely a robot. In case you were wondering. All right, so now actually, since we're talking about arenas and getting extra rewards, let's talk about the arenas. How it's broken up now. This might couple into the matchmaking talk. I feel like we all got thrown in a little bit too much together to start. They could have spread it out more to start, but then at the same time, it really does combat deranking if it truly will take you 30 days to get to the top. If everyone who gets to the top is only there for a couple days, then that's a real good deterrent to deranking, because that means that you can't just sit low all stream or all season and then in the last 2 days or the last week or whatever jump up to the top. So I think that's good, but god damn it, it sure is a fucking nightmare playing the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure it's going to work that way to combat it, though. I mean, look at Smoke. I mean, he's been posting all over Facebook. He deranked down to Wood Shield. I still don't think it would take him any time at all to get back up to tier 4 or tier 5, whatever it is now.
Maybe.
And I don't think that would be very hard even at the end of season. Getting to the top tier is going to be incredibly difficult unless you've worked towards it the whole time. And honestly, I'm not even sure that tier 1 is attainable with the way the system is set up right now. Tier 2, it looks like there's going to be 3 to 4 players that can get there. Like, the top 5 mega whales who are also good players. And then the rest of us who were typically like 6th maybe can make it to the tier underneath that. But then everybody else is going to end up in tier 5.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was wondering if they did something like this, if it's going to be one of them's going to be borderline unreachable with a point system.
Yeah, it's going to be Roxo and David and Voodoo sitting up in tier 1, and everybody else is going to be, down in the dredge.
And honestly, I'm not surprised by it because other games are like this. Like when they start doing this kind of tiered system, where they, especially with events, like they have a top goal that is just pretty much unreachable without playing nonstop, dumping money into it, and that's kind of how a lot of these mobile games end up going. And it is what it is. It's not really surprising to me, though.
I don't think it's that surprising, but the problem is, they started this with only 3 weeks left in the season. It's going to be a season where nobody reaches top tier 1
That's
this season.
It's also not even really just. Sorry, it doesn't. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Well, it's just points can't be pulled upwards fast enough. Even with all of us top players playing constantly, trying to pull the points upwards, it's not going to be enough for anybody to reach that 9,500.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like even with the grind, I can play for 5 hours and then run into David twice, and then there goes 5 hours of work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's because right now you're getting match made against people who probably should be higher. That if you lose to them, it affects you greatly. But I think if we do truly get spread out, and it's truly like you get 50 if you win, 50 if you lose, like every game, then if you're winning over 50% of your matches, you will progress upward. And that's how Hearthstone is. That's how all that is. Like, just like it's silver, if you're winning more than 50%, you're going to get more stars than you lose, and you're going to go up. But I think that's kind of what it should look like when everything gets spread out. But yeah, whether or not we'll be able to get spread out is the question. Because
that is a good example, though, with Hearthstone and like Magic. Their tier systems are like that, and it does take like the whole season to actually get to those levels, and that's how it should be. But yeah, they definitely. It seems like this is going to need a little bit of work to it.
Right, and it's definitely known that this isn't the final product for sure. In the future we might be able to get more points, and maybe there'll be. I think there's kind of a cap to how many you can win in one game right now. So
I haven't.
Maybe that could change.
Really seen that. I beat somebody who was in like top 2 or 3 earlier today, and I gained 77 points.
Okay.
And I was like in the top 15. But then again, I've also played matches against people that were 100 or 200 points less than me, and I gained 2 points.
Right.
I've had a lot of matches where I gained nothing.
Yeah, that too.
Wins already.
Especially with all the silver shields I keep facing. It's ridiculous how many silver shields I'm facing when I'm, the top 25. That shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, that
they really need to narrow matchmaking.
I think wrestling is definitely watching though, and it's good to know this isn't the final product. Hopefully, like there's still going to be things that they can maybe 9,500 or whatever isn't the final tier pack. Just a couple of little hot fixes here and there.
I hope so. I hope they keep tweaking it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see another several maintenances.
Their track record for balancing and things like that is not great. I mean, I've put out tons of requests for them to balance more frequently, to make changes and play to figure out new metas and stuff, and they're really, really slow about that stuff. So I'm worried that this is going to take a long time to get sorted out.
That's fair.
As soon as the freezing stops, that's I think priority number 1.
Yeah, definitely. And that is our next topic. The bugs, duck, goose, bug, freeze. If you haven't been playing, living under a rock, currently the game freezes every once in a while. From anywhere from
every once in a while.
From anywhere for 2 to I've seen 44 seconds took off the clock on one video. That was
44 seconds.
44
Who waited
seconds.
around that long? Jeez.
But the weirdest thing about that one is that usually when the clock goes by, like the game played out as if the clock hadn't, like everything kept happening, just nobody saw it. But on theirs, it was 44 seconds on the clock went by and nothing moved. It was the weirdest fucking thing, and both games played out exactly as if it was the weirdest fucking thing on that video. But most of the time, it seems to be mostly attached to charge abilities. Specifically Zen. I've seen it happen exactly when I hit Marcus. But I've also had it happen when no charges were out there at all. So,
Ninja seems to cause it a lot from what I've seen.
Anything that affects the whole board does. I've seen AQR cause it. I've seen Cock Magic cause it.
Okay.
It might be like long animations because Zen and Zen's charge and Ninju's Warcry are both kind of long. I would think AQR probably does it a good bit too.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, I don't know if he's causing it, but I've seen it happen a lot in my games when Tally's out.
Maybe it's like a status effect thing. Because when Zen goes, he pulls people in. The Tally's slow. Oh.
Tally's got a long animation too. He takes his little.
But we're not seeing it with Enforcer or Jimmy or any Storyteller or anything like that as much. I mean, like I said, I've seen it with nobody in particular out. So it's definitely interesting. I'm curious what the fuck they changed that would cause something like this. That's got to be a bug chasing bonanza right now. Like, what the fuck would you even look for?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to pinpoint everything.
Well, why did Purify stop working all of a sudden too?
Yeah, really.
That I assume is an interaction with what they changed with where like the robots and shit can't get poisoned or hit by unholy combustion.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
was
what
like-
I'm assuming.
That was actually really funny though, because everyone was telling me Purify is broken and it's in my main deck, and I didn't know until people told me like later on in that day, and I'm like, oh, it's been working fine for me, but I hadn't been poisoned. I've just been using it for mind control and my opponent's ninja buffs, and that's normally what I use it for anyway.
Yeah, it didn't stop power bind either.
And yeah, I heard that, but I just somehow got lucky enough to run into AQR or power bind. So yeah, I thought it was working all day until people started telling me that.
Yeah, I think I always thought that the robots should have been unaffected by poison, and that for a while they were, and then they changed it, and then you could heal them, then you couldn't. So I think they really fucked up that shit.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even want to mention it because it is a big advantage to me, but if it's not intentional, it'll come out eventually anyways. You can fucking heal the robots right now, the vacuums.
Yeah, I had heard that.
I gotta put 6
I didn't want to say
element and
anything, but
Hallelujah
it's probably not intentional, but
that's weird.
I'll figure it
Does
out.
that mean that I could put phone back in and run regen?
Yes.
absolutely.
Maybe not that particular strat, but I've been healing Sexy's fucking Roombas like a lot, man. And it wins me games. So please be intentional. If I can't blow up the stupid chicken house, let me heal my robots. Please, rednecks. Come on.
But we can blow up the robots for something.
Yeah, really. Like, don't even
Their
bother,
logic
man.
is just so inconsistent.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think
They fucked Unholy Combustion though. That did not need to happen.
Yeah,
it does
really
make
didn't.
sense though. That one makes sense.
Well, it only makes
But
sense.
why though? Like,
It
why
only
do
makes
it?
sense because Unholy Combustion's a rare and Transmog's an epic and has always been significantly worse. But still.
Can you transmog a cock magic or a cock house?
No, you never could.
Oh, I didn't
That's
think
why
so. Okay.
Transmog was
Well, I
always
see what
worse.
you're saying
that
because it
wouldn't
made
make
UC
sense.
even better. And but I think it's just they're trying to separate the types of cards, and you couldn't probably unholy combust a house.
Yeah, well, they just did the complete opposite with the card that we'll talk about later.
Oh yeah,
Can you blow up energy staff? Do you guys know? Can you combust energy staff now?
Not anymore.
I don't think so.
I didn't think you could before. Could
Yes,
you could before because
I guess
people did that to me for whatever
but it was
reason.
kind of a waste.
I would do it on accident once in a while.
Oh yeah, dude, I totally because I thought it was a pope. I've totally done that. Fuck your energy. But I mean, obviously, bugs are always on the top of the list for the like big bugs like this are always on the top of the list. So this will hopefully get fixed by Tuesday, by Sunday, maybe even.
By the end of this podcast.
By the end of this, obviously, it's hard to get work
Hopefully
done
I still
on the
got
weekend.
lockers to play.
But I mean, it's affecting everybody, so everybody has to deal with it. So if you want to minimize it, take Zen out of your deck. That's the biggest way to minimize it right off the bat. Otherwise, just get your packs and play something else until things settle down.
Play weird shit. Just play around with decks you never would before.
Yeah, just go so aggro and just hope that it freezes when you have a bug push heading towards the new kid.
Run only spells and alien drone. And M-Tweak. Put M-Tweak in there.
No, he
Put
probably
Timmy.
bugged stuff too.
Oh, he
Timmy
probably
the
bugged
other.
everybody.
He fucks stuff now. So now
Yeah,
he
I know.
fixes stuff.
Just got to run a bunch of cards that don't have any abilities whatsoever.
Are there any does anyone else in chat know any known bugs or anything right now? I think it's mostly just the freeze. If there's anything else, it's shadowed by the freeze, so I don't think there's any issues at all. Other than the freezes, my games have been pretty damn
Yeah, I don't
connection
think I've
wise,
seen
they've been
with,
pretty damn good.
Like specific characters not working as intended. I don't think I've seen that other than with this actual freeze thing.
Double Warcry. I did see because of the freezing, I've seen some weird
Right.
My witch doctor, I clicked the button before the freeze, and then it unfroze, and then he was healed, but he still had his charge. So it was just some kind of weird shit. Technique has a negative 28k Cartman cash bug. That's. I think you should message support about that.
Get a real friendly reply on that.
Double Leaderboard and double Warcry on Rogue. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Pope is very glitchy right now. Pope does not know who the fuck it's. Doesn't have any idea. I had somebody,
and literally everyone's gonna have Pope and Zens tomorrow. This is gonna be so much fun.
I'm not even gonna risk using them, dude. Like I saw somebody should have gotten
AQR, you'll be fine. There's no purify, so just run AQR and you're fine. That's what I've been doing all day.
Somebody should have gotten Grand Wizard Cartman back, level 4 Grand Wizard Cartman, and they got a Heidi, or not a Heidi, not Heidi. It was God, what was it? God, it was Hanky, I think, and it was fucking hilarious. And just
You're talking
Hanky,
about during your stream?
Yeah, did you see that, Chris? Who was that? I think it was Hanky.
It was Heidi.
It was Heidi? Okay, that's what it was. It must not have been Grand Wizard that he was getting back, but yeah, he poked Heidi, and we're just like, well. Was that during challenge mode too?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. It might have been Maxi. Is that I was like, fuck, I don't have Unholy for the Pope. And then boom, Heidi.
That was a dirty run, man. 12-0.
Yeah, I got 200th, I think, for that, which is pretty good because I never play for.
And
points.
you suck at challenge mode.
I do suck. Tell him that.
You're always super shitty.
Believe that.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that. Tell me something nobody knows. All right, let's move on to the next subject. The bugs suck. Deal with them. Everybody else has to. They'll get fixed. Matchmaking. It's fucking nightmare. Let's be honest. It might be partially because everybody's playing. Everybody's playing like at all hours of the day. So whereas usually maybe there's only 15 people playing at a time near my rank, now there's all 200 of them are around and are playing. So like every game is a top 100. Every game is a slog fest. And even when it's not, you catch some random like level 20. He's a try-hard motherfucker with a real meta good deck, and he can catch a win off you. And there goes 77 points, like GrayGod was talking about. So
I haven't really had that experience. Like I'm not hitting players around my level like at all. I'll hit, one.
Because you're the highest you could be, man.
Right, but pre this update, I would play top 200 players, 7 games out of 10. Now I'm playing a top 200 player 1 game out of 10.
Yeah.
And the other 9, I'm playing people that I get no points for, or I'm playing silver shields, and it's just a complete waste of time.
Oh, I'm getting the opposite of that. I'm getting bangers every single match. Like top 150, top 200 people almost every single time.
Yeah,
and I haven't run into you once.
Yeah, I haven't seen you once at all, and we usually play 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah,
they gave you the easier algorithm. They give you the easier one.
I'd rather have the one that gets me points.
That's
good matches.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot. But I mean, like you were saying, sometimes you match a silver. I've noticed if it takes like more than 6 seconds to get a game, it's almost guaranteed to be a silver for me. Almost guaranteed. So their matchmaking algorithm is cutting people from the algorithm quick, dropping down to other options. Which is interesting because to me it sounded like they were gonna make matchmaking longer, but it seems like it's almost prioritized to be shorter now, which is why we're getting either great matches or just terrible ones like GrayGod was talking about. And it might be a difference between like you're here and we're like right here. Maybe that's all it takes to really fuck up the algorithm and who you're matching up against.
I just feel like it should be more narrow like it used to be.
Maybe no one else but you's playing up there. Maybe they're all like, fuck this, broad. I quit.
They put me in my own bracket.
Yeah. Everyone's like,
we're pretty close, and I can't find you at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen you once.
Maybe GrayGod got put in EU and he's got no idea.
Yeah, I'd say
different people.
I'd say before this top 100 was probably facing each other 9 out of 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you said, you guys aren't even seeing each other sometimes now.
I'm honestly, I don't think I saw that. I was getting free games at the top 100 from 2, 3, 4, 500 consistently.
Yeah, I have the same as Glanzer. Mine was before I was getting a lot
Well,
of rank 300, rank 300, rank 400.
I don't really consider that to be a big, broad.
That's
Like top 500 is still pretty
that's true. No, I agree with you.
competitive. If they choose not to play, that's on them. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like now where you're getting matched down with people that absolutely don't even stand a chance to even kill one of your units.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a level 24 new kid. There's no situation where I should be playing a level 12.
Right.
Like, it just
Well,
shouldn't
what if
happen.
he's really good though? What if it's like a
He
really
might be really
level
good.
12?
Well, I'll try to give him bars because I'm trying to move on. Unit he sends, my new kid just kills.
Right.
I played one and he didn't do anything, and then I dropped Medusa Bebe, and he just stuff trying to kill Medusa, and she took out his whole team like 4 times, and then finally killed him. I didn't play another unit. I just played Bebe.
Yeah,
Just
I
one unit.
I haven't
One
faced
Bebe went the distance.
I haven't faced a level 12, but I faced a 16 earlier today, and I just didn't block anything he threw my way. And he's like, thanks, but then he still kept trying to block my stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm still gonna win, but you can like, just ignore my stuff, and I'll let you have some bars. But yeah, he only got 1 bar because he kept fucking around and trying to stop my stuff.
It's so fucked up, but it's such a I don't know, something about it is, I guess it's because it's so hilarious, because as soon as I show up on like the school rooftop or whatever, I'm like, this is gonna be so fucking funny no matter what. Like it's just
But you see
it's
that
messed up,
black
but it's
top,
funny. Mm-hmm.
like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
mean,
about to lose a player because this man's gonna delete the app right
yeah,
now.
right? Yeah, that would be. But I mean, I've learned that there's just as many people who would think that way. Other people are like, wow, look at this. One day, you know,
Oh.
you might have inspired somebody. You might have been the inspiration for S2K Frog.
My girlfriend recently started playing the game, and she's like a level 11 or 12 new kid, and she's just been like throwing her phone across the room for the last 2 days. She's constantly getting paired with like high level people.
How often is it happening to her? Do you know? Like, has she said it? Like, how often?
It's probably like 7 out of 10 matches. She's playing people that she has no business playing.
Okay, that is true. My level 17 new kid is matching nothing but level 20s, 21s, 22s. And that's mostly like, I think that's good though, I think, because that's where my account should have been, because like my skill level, like I could go 57 and 0 in 35 to in silver, I could go all the way without losing 1 game. And so those people shouldn't be in Legend, right? So now that I'm in Legend, I'm not matching up against those people because they're not here anymore. So I'm getting nothing but level 21s, 22s. I beat Dodge's level 24 with my level 17 new kid. It was
I saw you pop
awesome.
off like that, man.
It was
I
awesome.
watched the reclip.
Those
But-
music cards were nice to you.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was playing a really shitty weird deck, but
Because
I
of
count
Purify,
it.
yeah.
I count it.
Yeah.
It was
a hell of
a
He
game.
rocks it with his adventure deck. Count
Yeah,
that
my
shit.
higher level alts have been struggling like that, but my bronze shield ones just face normal people.
Okay.
I haven't run into anyone that I shouldn't run into yet.
And yeah, that's probably just a symptom of the changes they made. Because yeah, I mean, Buck did mention like someone said, "Oh, it's gonna be so much harder to get into Legend," and Buck's like, "Good. Like, why would it be easy?"
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It should be closer to how it was the first couple of seasons.
Yeah, it was because I mean, what 15K, 20K? That's
No,
so many.
it was getting close to 25K.
Yeah, 25K. Jeez,
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's
It
a
is.
lot.
yeah.
That's way too.
And all you had to do was just go in at the end of the season. Like you could sit at 50 for the whole season, and then just be like, "Oh, I got to win a couple
Ooh.
games now."
Do you guys think they're going to follow through on any of their warnings to the D rankers? Because that's a new thing that popped up today. Is those warning windows for the people that are like,
No.
I'd be
I
interested.
think they'll do it manually.
I'd be interested what their metric to send that out was. Was it just like, hey, you're a level 24 new kid, and your last 10 matchups were against level 12 or something, or is it like, is it just you lost 30 games in a row? Knock it off, or I mean, I don't know what could the metric be? Because if the metric is good, then they should just ban people. But if the metric is having a lot of false positives, like someone's just catching a bad break, then they have to be really careful. So it'd be.
Well, so, I mean, to me, Smoke told the devs, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. Why are you letting me do this?" So Smoke they already knew. And the warning message is from We Are Venom, right?
I believe so.
I've seen a couple of different ones.
Have you seen more than one? Because I was thinking it was like manual, like they go through the communities and people are posting like, "Hey, look what I'm doing," or in Discord, "Hey, look what I'm doing," and they like go and program a slap on the wrist.
That'd be interesting. I've seen a couple.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen a couple different. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know why they would let you D-rank from silver to wood. I think that would have been keep that like normal.
A big
Yeah,
waste.
there should have been a stop there.
And
You don't
I
think that
understand.
they'll-
I like the idea of being able to leave legend though. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, going to
But it resets your rewards. Is that correct? I heard that today.
I think
'Cause
Yeah,
that'd
it's
be
supposed
fucked up.
to. It's supposed to set you back to silver, so your highest possible achieved rank or whatever will reset.
well if you
That's
go,
kinda
but then
fucked
if you
up.
go back to legend, would it be back to what it was? I think that's the question.
I don't know. You'd have to ask one of the D rankers to find out.
You'd have to ask one of those sons of bitches.
Well, because there are a lot of people that are stuck right on the border and keep going back and forth.
Yeah, that's my biggest complaint is that every time you go back into Legend, it shows that fucking screen. So every 2 games, I get that fucking playground screen up in my face. Hey, you can get Ink and Craig now and Satan.
It does give me incentive to actually play my alternate account. I didn't really play it as much before, and now with the battle pass and like
Right.
the gold rewards, I'm like, oh shit, I should put work into this.
You should
Yeah, I feel
at
the
least
exact same
at
way.
least the PvP packs a day, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure. I bet you Jamin's feeling pretty smart unloading one of his accounts on me. Good luck
Yeah,
keeping up with
man.
4 battle passes, my lord.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, that's what I said. What was the legendary's only like halfway on the tiers, so that's kind of my only goal. If I get to that, then cool. But I'm not. I'm not going try hard and trying to finish every tier.
Yeah, Johnny says that when he went back, he was at 6100. He dropped out of Legend, went back, and it said his highest was 6006. So it looks like it does reset your highest rank achievement.
That sucks.
So yeah, that's good. So you couldn't mindlessly D-rank from the top because you might
Well,
accidentally.
true, but it sucks if you're actually trying.
That's true. But I mean, if you get up to 6700 and then get all the way back down though, then you probably didn't deserve the 6700.
Couldn't they just program?
You
some kind
deserved
of
it once.
Couldn't they just program some kind of parameter where if you cross some threshold, you can't fall out of legendary? Like if you cross
Right.
6800.
Yeah. If you get to
conceivably, you're not gonna fall back down.
if you get to Arena 1, you shouldn't be able to go back to Arena 3. If you get to or whatever, like the top arena. What is it?
Because I mean,
14,
everybody has
13?
bad runs, and I mean, you could conceivably lose 300 to 400 points in a day.
Oh yeah.
Player, but you're not gonna cascade all the way down to 2 tiers lower than where you're supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that would be interesting to go. Like let's say you can't go down 2 more than you're at. So if you get to this 7100 mark, you couldn't then drop out of Legend at all.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, because anyone grinding that high is probably gonna want to keep going anyway. So it would just be kind of a safeguard to prevent those people who are like, I'm gonna go to Road Shield this season.
All right, so if they're gonna do that, would it make sense to also add rewards to the lower shields? Because then, so right now, I could take one of my alts, like the one in Bronze Shield, I could go all the way up to Silver or whatever, grind some good loot, and then go all the way back down to Bronze.
Right.
So should they add some Silver Shield for end of season as well?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
I think there could be. I think they should just maybe have an end of season reward. Like, hey guys, another season. Here's a gift for everybody because you put up with us for a month.
Like a 50% chance of visitors.
They could just add one more tier that's at the bottom of all the existing tiers. That's for everybody that's below that, and it's just like a 1 epic or like a simple
right
reward for everybody less than that as an end of season thanks.
Right. Exactly.
It really sucks that the guaranteed legendary is at 8,800 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned. I mean, we talked about this already, so I won't revisit. But damn, it seems so far away.
It is far away.
Yeah, okay, it is so far away. True.
Shit'll
But we're
buff
already
out.
we're already over 1,000 though, right?
It's been a week and nobody's hit 7,400 yet.
Oh wait! You're talking. Okay, I see. You're talking about the end of season.
Yeah, the tier 2, and that's just tier 2. The tier 2 end of season, the guaranteed legendaries.
I haven't
no
even
one,
looked
no one's
at
even
those
close.
yet.
Points are moving upwards though. You can look at the top 100 and see that the points are moving upwards. It's just going to take a long time, and I don't know if it's going to get there in the 3 weeks we have left.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't. I thought kind of that they were going to open up the seasons to be as long as the battle pass, based on what the points were.
That's what I thought, man. I thought it was going to be a month-long season, or a 2-month-long season, rather.
That would have made more sense.
Maybe that's what they intended. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. The
Well,
timeline does show the.
They rolled it out mid-season. If they were planning on doing that, they should have just extended the previous season.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, because I think their calculation was kind of bunko to go from, because if you were 20K, you would have been at 7K, 7,000 only to start. Like, that's ridiculous. Still have to grind basically all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, if you're number 1 in Hearthstone, the next season you're number 12 or something like that. Like, you don't really drop much. They give you.
It reset everybody to 6,000, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got baseline with this one.
Actually, 6,000 or lower.
Well, they did this. They did the season reset before they did that calculation. It was a big mistake. So yeah, a lot of people were much more chunked than they should have been because they knocked everybody out of Legend. So that was less spread out than it should have been. I think they should have done that calculation first and then did the season reset, which would have been whatever the season reset is now. I don't know what they're going to do with our points now. If they're going to take them away, if they're going to bring everybody back to baseline, if they're going to do something similar like minus 2,000 or so, whatever it would be. I don't know. I think bringing everyone to 6 again would suck.
It would. Yeah. I mean, it's such a grind for the people at the top. Like, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun for anyone at top or middle.
That's what I always said, man. If they fix the matchmaking, locker limit's going to be a fucking nightmare. Is that what you guys want? Everyone's like, I don't like to get matched up against top 10 every once in a while. I don't like to waste 20 seconds of my life bending over and taking it like a man. And now they waste 30 minutes of their life getting 5 draws every locker limit. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been enjoying draws lately. Sitting at that 6,089.
Yeah, no
level.
shit.
Draw. I'll take a draw.
Every draw is like one more time you don't have to see that fucking screen.
Yeah.
Here should be set to 8,200 is the max. That could be better, but I mean, we might see like kind of an exponential rise. We're looking at it like a linear thing. It might get worse, like as it goes up. It might get easier to gain points because you said you gained 76 points when you beat somebody that was only 10 levels ahead of you.
Yeah, I was like 15th, and I beat one of the top 3, and I gained 77.
Yeah, that's
points.
a lot. Now, is that just because they had so many more skill points than you? They couldn't have been that much more.
They were only probably a couple hundred ahead of me.
Jesus.
That's what's weird.
Wow.
Is that's another thing too, is if we only have 3 weeks or whatever it is, how is David not already at 9,700 or whatever? When does he lose? Like, when's that guy losing? You know what I mean? The fact that he's not past 7,500 is mysterious to me.
I think you'd be surprised how often David catches a loss.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know SDNW talks about beating him every once in a while.
Couple months, maybe.
Every couple months.
Lose often.
Well, yeah, dude, that's a couple months of progress, right?
Yeah. I'm sure David loses to Dougie's and shit once in a while.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he always gets caught by Dougie's.
But
That's
I mean,
true.
You and I play fair games, Chris, and we can't beat him at a fair game most of the time.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I did 200 damage to his new kid one time.
Damn. Nice, man.
So the rewards.
He healed it
for
back
the
up
season
with
are
one
still,
level 7 Friar.
Even with these bigger tiers, the rewards are still shit. It sounds like for end of season.
Yeah, the end of season rewards are weird.
I think that the rewards for like PvP packs and stuff get better as you get higher and
yeah, those do for sure.
So I think it's all just cumulative. I mean, getting into tier 1, you just get a lot more benefits. Just like getting into silver for team versus team, you get a lot more benefits. Like, I think they're just kind of going with that architecture.
But still, I think where we just came from with the end of season, like I thought this revamp was going to really change the packs because the packs prior to this were complete shit compared to what we've been getting in Team Wars packs.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And even challenge mode packs for a whole month's worth of work. I feel like they should be just
Better.
massive.
yeah. No, I agree. They should, in comparison, since it, like you said, it's a whole month. It should be ridiculous. But like Team Wars packs are better almost in every way, shape, or form, except for the fact that it's a guaranteed legend.
But they're not too good. Don't nerf them.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Not like you did challenge packs.
They're great.
They stealth nerf challenge packs. Right?
They're perfect.
Like 2 weeks
but,
in challenge mode.
But yeah, like GrayGod was saying, it's the accumulation of all the rewards you get from being a top tier. Because not only are your PvP packs better, your event packs are better, your free packs are better. I don't know if your challenge packs are better. Probably not challenge, but
didn't seem like it.
But yeah, so I
I've
mean,
heard
you
people
were
talking about it.
I pulled the double epic from a free pack.
Yeah, I did too.
Like, what the fuck?
My free packs have been 8 to 10 different cards now instead of 4 like it was before. So I'm getting a lot more stuff.
It's like everything's better except for end of season, which is weird because it makes me not feel like grinding, like not playing the game.
I think they nerfed the cash a little bit in the end of season 2, didn't they?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Right now, it feels like because the battle pass is worth so much, because Team Wars is worth so much, I can play 2 games every day and then 3 games on the weekday or on the weekend, and like I'm good on rewards.
Right.
Yeah.
But you are falling behind to the person who's still getting locker limit every day. Doesn't that eat away at you every night?
I guess so, man. I don't know. I enjoy the grind, and right now the incentive's just not really there for me.
Right.
That's definitely how I've been keeping up with my alts lately. I just play the events and Team Wars, and I'm like, my account goes way up more than I would just doing lockers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when they first announced this update, they said it was going to be much less difficult to achieve your level and stay where you're supposed to be. But the way I took that when I read it initially is that, the 40 or 45 people that were top tier capable before would be able to get top tier.
Right. That's what I was
system.
Yeah.
And the 45 through, 350 that were capable of tier 2 would get tier 2. I felt like a little bit easier for everybody to achieve their best possible level and stay there, but it looks way harder than that now.
How's it?
Right, and I mean, I imagine if nobody gets to the top tier, they'll adjust it for the next one. But yeah, this one might be tough. I would honestly, what we should have done is we should boycott it and only everybody should just chill out at 7K, so that they drop it drastically for the next one to make it easy on ourselves. Be like, look, we grinded all fucking month and we got 7,000. You guys are fucking nuts.
We should also boycott them throwing everyone up in Silver League of Team Wars, but we're not doing that.
That's true. Actually, what we should boycott is the fact that we lost 50 fucking points. So that's
like 53, 54 points.
54 points.
Did you?
We lost our cushion, man. Now, if we catch a loss, actually, no, we'd still be ahead.
You're going back to Bronze Shield.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that seems pretty unlikely.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be
I don't
crazy.
think you guys or us are.
Every one of us catches a shitty lag game. Everybody puts up donuts.
I'd be more worried about not finding a match.
Yeah, no shit, man. 250 times 3 times,
it's awful.
I don't know, man.
It was so dumb.
Everybody's gonna have to play Saturday morning. Everyone that's like working Saturday, like Sunday, they're gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna in Silver Shield. Anybody in Silver Shield that's not able to play till Sunday evening just won't get a pack. They're just not gonna get one.
Yeah, because if you don't play, I don't think you can get anything.
You can't. If you don't play, if you don't find someone, you can't. Mm-hmm.
You have to finish your runs. So 3 losses or 3 wins. If it doesn't give you, because then you get the points. If you don't actually get
now
the
it's
points,
dash.
Yeah, and then you get the dash. Yeah.
Yep.
So if you don't get that, then you don't get the rewards. It doesn't register. Your votes weren't enough, man.
Moving 5 teams up into there was not enough. Like
No, I agree. Like if you're gonna do 5, if you're gonna give, so they did it exactly to get, so it was 91 that they gave everybody to get just 5 people in there. If you're gonna do that, give everybody 191 and open it up to like 10 teams, 15 teams, because 250 is bad, dude. Especially when there's no, there's region. There could only be one fucking person in Asia in that whole group. Who fucking knows?
Right.
And to force us to have to message each other on Discord, hey guys, we're gonna queue up right here. We're gonna queue these times. We got this guy from Asia. He's gonna queue up at 7:00. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on.
I agree with what Emily's saying. It should have been at least like top 25, because like the number 4 and 5 team. Let's be real. They don't stack up with some of the other teams that should have been moved up to silver and weren't.
Oh yeah.
Let alone with the 3 of us that are in this bracket.
Right.
Like,
no, for sure. Because the way that the bracketing has always worked, one of those teams had never matched up against one of us ever, because they didn't have the bottle caps to, or the people to, or whatever it was. They weren't meant to fucking match up with us. That's why they were winning. That's why they weren't getting, losing points and getting knocked out. Now they're fucked.
Or like Casa, that just kept getting moved down and down.
Casa should. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna move them up, they should have just picked the fucking 5 and just put us all at fucking 1,500.
I mean, it should
most of us are, like, we're not dumb. We know Casa's a top team. Like, they score 5,000 every week. They shouldn't be where they're at. They should be up in silver with us.
Oh yeah,
it is what it is.
And then gold shield's going to be a mess. They need to fix it before.
Right,
gold
it's just going to happen again.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to happen again.
Like, so free to play or Illuminati will get to gold first, and they'll say, "Well, fuck it, give everybody a 10,000 fucking crown."
Everybody's in gold. And then, God, that'd be great. I mean, I will stand by this every time we fucking talk about this. What they should have done is, on the first team war, they should have taken them by the total points, figured out what percentage of teams they wanted in gold, silver, bronze, and chunked them out into that for the rest of them. So free to play would have been gold immediately. Casa, everybody that scored over 5K would have been gold the next time, and we wouldn't have had to slog through bronze and silver to get to the meat of the fucking game. That's what they should have done, but they don't listen to Glanzer. Working on it.
They should tune in more. They got to watch the Procast. Figure it out.
I mean, what they really should do is just open it up to, because I mean, you don't face the people in your brackets usually. They should just open it up so you face everybody that's in the tier below you, just like it was before. Right. Like, merge bronze and silver, but keep that dividing line for awards.
Yeah, and just upgrade the lower new kid to the upper new kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'd still be at a huge disadvantage, though, because of bottle cap.
They were at a huge disadvantage matching up against
that's true.
The Casa Bonitas guy too. Like, you might catch a loss. Like, that's the kind of idea of the whole thing. If you're at the bottom 10% of free to play and you get matched up against the top percent of Illuminati, you're probably going to catch a loss. That's what happened. Oh well.
But at least that makes the system work, and it gives enough players for people to move upwards.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. At least it's playable at that point, and that I think that's what's most important. Like, let us play the game.
Yeah.
In any type of capacity.
Right. Yeah. If it's a little bit, I mean, being a little bit unbalanced is better than broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, it'll be fun though. There'll be some sick Team Wars videos this weekend for sure.
I hope it's more fun than it is just game freezing over and over again, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like we said, Zen and Pope are in every deck. It's just
you get an opponent left game on top of it freezing.
Scorpion,
like, you get like a freezing match and then opponent left.
Yeah, we're talking about that there's only 5 teams in silver. So there's only 250 total people that you can, or 200 total people that you can match up against.
Are they going to have to allow it so you guys can play the same opponent multiple times? Like,
they're not.
You'd have to. I don't know if there's actually that restriction. I think it's just really unlikely.
Because, like, if you're saying there's 2 people in Asia and that's it,
right?
They would have to play each other 3 times to figure out.
That would be so fucking lit, dude. Can you imagine queuing up for Team Wars 3 times in a row and getting the same fucking guy, losing one, winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one? Oh man,
I don't think that's right.
I
don't think that's right though. Like, I think the Asia players already matched with the European players right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably merged but even then. Yeah, There might be 10 people in EU versus 190 in NA or something.
No,
But it
that's
would-
true.
It would make the matchmaking a lot smoother if you could play the same people multiple times.
I do think that it seems like TVT might be the same as Challenge Mode, where it kind of starts with your own region, and then if it can't find someone, it goes to the other regions. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
That would make sense because yeah, region locking that would be kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just it's gonna be too bad if anybody truly can't get their games in. And you know, I feel like we should all just agree that like whoever wins this, I don't know if it fucking counts. Because with the freezes, with the match, with all the shit that's going on, we should all just not play, get zeros, see what the fuck happens when everybody ties. What happens if nobody scores a point at all? Uh oh, guys. Did we lose him? Did we lose the call? Oh wait, you're back. Oh,
Here.
Just got super technical. Phone story isn't fucking your call. Somebody triggered Zen.
okay. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, what the hell happened there?
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone
was
turned
probably
into
me.
robots.
That was probably
Yeah,
me. Oh,
somebody
that was
triggered
everybody?
one
That wasn't just me?
Dude, yeah, you all froze, and then
Yeah, everyone got fucked up.
everything you said got played back in like 4 seconds.
Technique, the freeze in the games reaches here.
Dude, no shit. That was the exact same thing that happened. Maybe it's just the internet. Maybe the internet broke, guys. Maybe it's not the game.
We're not doing anything but playing Phone Destroyer, so we just
Someone
didn't
played
realize
Zen
the internet.
Oh, guys, did the picture, was the picture Zen? Oh shit. Okay, so with matchmaking, kind of help us together the leaderboard. The leaderboard is just kind of how they're changing it, where your total rank, kind of like your rank in the world, kind of is ancillary to your point total now. Whereas it's a little tiny guy down there, right? You don't even notice that it's there half the time, and you
It's
don't see
aesthetically
it.
very annoying. Like, I wish they would go back to a system where like the rank was on top and the point total was underneath.
Right? Yeah.
I don't like the aesthetic of it at all.
Yeah, it's like, God, I feel like I've deranked to 6,000. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Well, it doesn't even show that rank either until you reach a certain level. What I've seen.
no, it's that could be true. But it doesn't. It only shows. It doesn't show it on that main PvP screen. It shows it if you click top players, and then it shows it on like the home screen, bottom corner. It doesn't show
I do like
it, that main one for some reason.
I like a lot of the new aesthetics though. Like I'm not gonna shit on everything about the update. I like the new kid in like the top left. That looks cute. That's like a nice little design. I like it. I mean, I like it showing your rank in the PvP thing. I like that we know. I like that the update book in the corner shows when there's donations in the garage.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. That is nice.
Yeah.
So there's some cool stuff.
It does suck that there now is not a direct link to the team.
Yeah,
now it's a battle pass. I don't know why they couldn't just leave a team button on the fucking battle pass, but whatever.
That would be cool.
But now I
think once all the ladder stuff gets hammered out, if it gets hammered out, I pray it gets hammered out, then I mean this is a cool system that I think will be better, but this is week 1 and it's really shit right now.
Yeah. There's definitely so much potential here. So I'm excited to see what they do with it, but right now it's got issues.
Yeah, I think overall the direction for the game is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great, and I always said that when they do like the season pass thing or the subscription thing, that kind of solidifies quite a bit of longevity for the game. That means they think that they're going to be in this for the long haul, which is good for us. So
you would think so.
Yeah. So maybe 2 years from now we'll be doing the 37th podcast.
The last game though I played it had a subscription died about 3 or 4 months after the subscription came out.
Well, that's shit you should keep to yourself. That's the kind of shit you keep to yourself.
Yeah, but that was just the dev team was already non-existent. They didn't talk to people, and they just completely abandoned the game. So we at least have devs that actually do talk to us. And
yeah, clearly they're working.
They may be stuck behind a lot of red tape, but they definitely at least communicate.
Yeah,
I mean it's a Ubisoft branch. They're and they're definitely making a lot of money. Like the game's definitely netting Red Link's money. They've got a lot coming from this, and it's the South Park IP. Like we talk about every episode of this, they've got too much to work with for it to die that quickly.
Yeah. Hayes isn't on the podcast because we actually do a drug test. So
why are you here?
I administer the drug tests. But no, I was thinking about that shitty new card.
Oh, man.
And I just can't believe how bad she is. I can't find
either.
one redeeming quality. Her stats aren't good. Her attack animation, and I mean, she attacks. It's decent speed, but like, fuck me, that ability is dumb.
It literally makes me sick at how bad she is.
Everyone is so hyped. All right, legend
Bad.
adventure gets a level 3 epic range. We were such a disadvantage because we didn't have a good range card because Wendy blows ass and Timmy sucks, and then Shelly comes in and
She
she's
makes
like,
Wendy look like a fucking
You
god.
guys want to learn how to
so
suck.
good compared to Shelly.
They're gonna buffer though, right? I mean, they have to.
Well, okay. The only
She's
thing
gonna be
that
two-cost.
the only thing
That's what
she's
it is.
good at, dude, a
A
2
two-cost
cost
is not bad.
The first 2 cost range,
That'd be
maybe
cool.
that'd be pretty
2
interesting.
cost epic.
But
That's not bad at all.
but I think she'd be pretty good to put like in front of Wendy. And
Yeah.
keep something away from Wendy a little longer.
That's what I said. Hayes
It's a
did
6
that
cost
in a friendly
combo.
fight earlier. Hayes
Yeah.
used her as a meat shield to protect his Wendy because Wendy's a better card.
There was also a cyborg coming at him, and he's like, "I'll lay Shelly because even if she kills him, it won't matter." Fucking
Play
hilarious.
her with PC Principal, and then have PC
Ooh.
Principal have them both rocket at the same time, and they just fly off the screen.
Oh yeah,
It's like a good
guys, have you
combo.
been? With the new update, or actually, this might have been an update ago. Your cards can actually fly off screen now, behind New Kid.
Yeah.
And
stuck.
I had a BHK fly so far back that it took like 12 seconds for him to show up again.
Are you being real right now?
Dude, he went so far back. You know how when like some phones have that weird aspect where it's like pulled out a little bit? He went
Yeah.
all the way back there, man. Because it was like he disappeared. I was like, oh my god. And then it's just like 1, 2, 3. Kind of forgot about him. All of a sudden he comes out behind my New Kid. Like
What
fucking
the
half health. I
hell?
think he got hit by Grand Wizard Cartman behind New Kid and just went boom. Knocked him the fuck out. It was awesome.
Damn, I got to see that.
It was sick.
That's not
I don't think
bad.
I was streaming though. That's the bad part. But I think something happened similar when I hit DSR on some pigeons. The pigeons went fucking all over the place. Awesome.
I've seen that happen before.
That was good fun. Wasn't a good play, but it was a lot of fun. I probably lost. Actually,
Now you
no,
can
he's
do it
playing
where
pigeons. I probably won.
Imtweak just trades with the unit, and none of them ever come back. They just go to another. They appear in somebody else's fucking match.
Oh, that makes me think about imp tweaking a group of pigeons and just how funny that would be.
Which one would it hit?
What if
Yeah,
he gets the end of
It
it?
would take the whole unit, wouldn't it?
I don't know. You might just take one.
That would be hilarious. He gets
Nobody's ever
swarmed.
tried to Imtweak pigeons before. We got to
Nobody's
try
ever
this.
done that. God, let's get the R&D department. Jamming. He's the tester.
But yeah, my thoughts on Shelly originally after seeing it was they took Wendy, they took her exact ability and gave her a tiny ass cone instead of a circle.
Well, it's
It
even
made
worse. It only hits
made
one
it- made
person.
Yeah, they made it 1-3, and it can't hit New Kid anymore.
Oh, really? She can't hit New Kid?
I doubt she ever gets close enough. Well, she can't get close enough,
Oh yeah, she wouldn't be able to get close enough.
but she can get close enough to get zapped, which is fucking dumb too.
I suppose you could like PC Principal her over to the New Kid. And
Oh,
use
there
the
you
ability.
go.
Forcefully launch her into the New Kid.
You can hit speaker to the New Kid.
Oh.
Yeah, the only thing that actually knocks New Kid off the thing, knocks him back.
She's so bad.
I mean, I was talking about investing into Imtweak earlier in the podcast, and then he came back and he's kind of playable now. She's an epic, so they'll have to buff her at some point.
She's still not playable.
Yeah.
I don't care if they double her stats. She's still fucking terrible. Her ability is borderline worthless. unless you play against a moron who plays an assassin right at you with a charged fucking Shelly. Like, okay, dude, you were gonna win that. If that was any other card in the game, you still would have won that game.
Yeah.
Well, if they just give her more range and more damage and put her in line with other epics.
More range. Have they ever adjusted a range though?
Yes, they did with Amazing Randy.
Timmy's charged.
Yeah, they adjusted Timmy.
Well, none of the right range, like the attack range.
Timmy's attack range.
Amazing Randy used to be in zap range.
Okay.
And now he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, Mecha Timmy used to go.
Which is clearly
That's good.
They got to do something with her, man, because she's bad.
Yeah, if maybe she was 4, she'd be better.
Maybe they'll have like a big patch where it's like Sharon, Drone, 4-Ass Monkey, and Shelly all get buffed at the same time.
They all get -1 energy. Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be dirty.
Yeah, I said that about this week's challenge. I was like, this challenge doesn't even feel like they did anything other than make these cards play at where they should be.
Right. The 2-cost gunslinger is actually pretty useful.
Right. Like people were still running other themes, and it was pretty balanced.
Yeah, Pope Maxi still rolled all over you.
Sheriff felt really good. Felt really good. Yeah. Sheriff was good in the challenge.
I ran DSR. She was amazing in that challenge.
Everybody should have ran DSR.
Yeah, somebody told me to, and I was like, okay, and I was happy I did that.
I told you, man, and you questioned me. You were like, "Are you sure I'm not going to go 12-0?"
Like, are you sure? I didn't go 12-0 that time, though, did I?
If she's good at level 1,
it was your first run.
Well, no, I had a different deck for the first, 4 wins. And I switched midway. And I was like, look, I won the first one, and I'm going to lose this one after you made me switch.
You got it, though. You brought it home, man. You brought it home.
Challenge is the new NDA.
She's good at level 1, though, at the time, so why wouldn't she be good in challenge mode?
Shelly wins a 1v1 versus the 4-Ass Monkey. Ooh. Ooh, it's good to know. Actually, what I think they should do with 4-Ass Monkey is just make his little extra damage poison to people, and I think he'd be playable.
I came across somebody that played a level 4 4-Ass Monkey, or 5 even maybe, at me in ladder, and I didn't know what to do. Like I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. I kind of forgot what the card was all about. And then
you're worried about the damage that hits afterwards, except it's 30 damage.
Yeah. But it's range. The range on that card is ridiculous, though. It's like Nelly range.
His animation is so weird.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like he belongs.
I mean, Witch Doctor just slapped the shit out of him twice, but it was cool for a second. But yeah, his
so much better than Tweet. The one weekend you didn't finish was the DSR one. Dude, the worst.
That's the one weekend that I really did grind it on my account.
The guaranteed legendary was sick.
All right, so because Shelly's so bad, let's rework her right now. She's sharpshooter Shelly. So I think her abilities should be some sort of backline hit.
It should be the same thing as Wendy, but 1 target and more damage. And it should be like a straight line.
Like a skill shot. Yeah.
Yeah, like a skill shot kind of thing. It should do 400 damage to 1 target directly in front of her.
Yeah, like a charged Incan Craig sort of thing.
But I think it shouldn't be the whole battlefield, though. It should be like a sniper. She shouldn't have range limitations on it.
Right, yeah, it should go till it hits somebody. Or maybe even penetrate. But then it'd be less damage. I don't know. But I think what I would have loved to see is, since she had 2 fucking pistols, if she would have had half the attack that she normally would have had, but she has double the attack speed. So she's boom, boom, boom. So she's the fastest attacking unit. She could really benefit from the attack boosts that are in the game, and then keeping her alive for that extra moment with that knockback might actually matter. So
I can see that being cool.
That would be awesome, but she shoots both of the guns at once because so.
You were talking about redeeming qualities. I think they said that she does actually have a lot of health, though, for a ranged unit.
I don't know. It was only 500 at level 4, wasn't it? Not that much.
Something like that.
I mean, she doesn't die to Aerostorm and stuff. That's true. That's good. That's fair. but she does die to the fireball, which she'll be within range of any tank of, so that's not.
It would be cool if she was like hook hand, but you get to pick the target every time.
Ooh.
You get to like tap the screen and pick.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It might
Needs
be
a lot of work.
program that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. That'd be tough to get the click tap just right.
You like
Be
double
cool.
click because of the lag, and she shoots herself. I
That's exactly what would happen.
mean,
Oh
It's
man,
the ultimate flex though, just to kill your own card.
That's true. I mean, how it's just like playing Purify on nothing, you know.
mhm.
She turns around and shoots your new kid.
Knockback. Oh, actually, what would be cool is if instead of knocking him back, like the enemy, it was like a dash backwards. Because to relocate her would be stronger than to push the other guy around.
That's true. That would be cool.
That would be sick. The first card that you can, truly like move around the battlefield.
I don't think that's really in flavor for Shelly, though. I mean, Shelly's pretty aggressive.
Right, yeah. She'd need to have longer range and be like more of a sharpshooter. For that, yeah. I'd give her like 4.2 and then have that ability like knock back and then like maybe just like a tiny little damage push back on the other guy in front of her, but mostly just one step back. And then maybe when you do the ability, you get like 2 seconds of extra attack speed or something. I don't know. Put me in the design room, Red Links. The first 2 cost range, though, I think that would be sick.
I think 2 costs would be cool.
They can leave the stats as they are and make her cost 2, and I think it'd be fine.
Not the first 2 cost range. Enforcer has an aura range that expands into games not played yet. Oh, tech. She survives Aerostorm at only level 3. What? No way. Level 4 Shelly has enough health to survive for sure. For sure.
That's still not a reason to play a card though. Like, oh, at level 3, she survives Aerostorm. Better put her in the deck. Like, that's not a good reason.
That's
She
true.
sucks. Everything about her sucks. She's a sucky card. She
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, like I
even
said.
with it being nerf, Aerostorm still hasn't made like a huge comeback. Right?
Yep.
No. I mean, it just doesn't. The problem is that all the cocks don't come all at once, right? So Aerostorm, even if you Aerostorm, there's still 5
Not at your
cocks
house,
coming
they
at
don't,
you.
but they do here.
Oh man, but yeah, that's why I think Aerostorm isn't good because all the decks are so cheap that even if your 4 cost Aerostorm clears 6 energy, he's like, oh right, now I can really swarm up on you.
I mean, the only real reason to run Aerostorm is to kill Dougies, but you don't really need to do that because you got Bolt.
Right.
Yep.
And
people
kill
should
every
be running
Dougie?
Dougies.
Yeah, that too.
yeah, it is nice to like kill the.
No, 4 does not kill 6. I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. I don't even think 5 kills most. Well, it might kill.
Yeah, it kills
Barrel
5
now.
does.
It might kill
5
Barrel.
does because I've been playing it off and on.
All the new changes or all the new cards and like the new buffs and stuff are just to distract us from how powerful Dougie is because he still needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Dude, I still do lose some games I shouldn't because that son of a bitch.
2 assassins going at him should kill him. It should. He shouldn't get a hit on you.
Yep. 100%, man.
Yeah, I think regardless, if you spend at least the same amount of energy to stop a Dougie, then it should die.
Right.
I've spent 8 energy or more trying to kill one before. And
Honestly, I've been using dog poo midway and the attack hits before the Dougie. It's really interesting and it works because he's got enough attack to one-shot him.
Yeah.
I've been using Zen to catch the Dougie and then also throw him back at the new kid because of the
And then
weird
you
5
use
seconds.
Shelly to knock him back.
I've been ignoring the Dougie and saying thanks and just making my push go stronger.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
keep trying to put a tally in
Like you can have 1 bar, I have 3.
assassins, but it doesn't work as well
True.
as I hope it will.
Yeah, Tally doesn't slow enough. I've used DSR pretty well against the Dougie.
I did that a few times too. I was pretty happy with that.
'Cause then-
Against
Yeah, that works
Trisha.
pretty well.
Yeah, because then
I
like,
know.
new kid can pretty much deal with it, and the less attack really fucking helps.
Yeah.
There's one audience that really loves Dougie are the mind control players, because that's probably funny as shit every single time.
It is in Silver Shield.
Yeah, I feel like every time I do it though, it just gets purified, and then I'm out energy.
And down the bar probably.
But
no, really, Dougie's aren't that bad. I think they just need to change Power Fist's ability. I think that's ridiculous that it freezes the way it does.
yeah,
You know what? I actually agree to that. He's this seems like sacrilegious to say, but he's not the worst thing right now. Power Fist is like a little too OP though.
Yeah.
yeah. I think all the other ones require enough tact to be good. Because like Barrel, you gotta get that fucking shot off, and then the other one that was it Dwarf Engineer that gets positive attack. Really got to do like a nice shield with him, get double bars or something. But otherwise, it's what it should be: a high risk, high reward. You either get stuffed or it takes some good damage, or it takes the bar.
Yeah.
So
Tell you one thing: ever since my new kid hit level 24, I don't fear them as much as I used to.
that's for damn true. How much more HP did you get from that?
I'm at 862 now.
Yeah, it's like 100.
So I think 63 more.
Or yeah, because 23 is
23 799.
790.
24 is 862. So
Nice.
It's a shitload of health.
it
That
is
is a lot of health. The chip deck is not happy about
No, I can't imagine so.
it. But the level 4 Incan is helping out. That motherfucker does work. Does work,
And
son.
apparently- I've heard that he was getting a buff.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They talked about it. I thought.
I
Which would be
think
cool.
the buff should be just make it a little wider and then give him more attack. That's it. That's all you need to do.
I think that's the same thing with Shelly. Just drop him a cost. 4 energy could be good.
No, he shouldn't be.
Well, I honestly think 4 is too strong.
He might be too
Really?
good for. Yeah.
Because he
Y'all
could
think
kill,
so?
dude. You could kill Amazingly Randy and BHK, Amazingly Randy and the Cox in front of him, and the assassin coming the way. Like you can get so
true.
much value from him, man.
So what are you thinking that? What are you guys thinking that you want for him?
I would just
'Cause I
want
never
the
want adventure.
like I said, I would just want the I want a little wider because sometimes you can fucking go right between people and it's just the worst. And then a little more attack on his body because for a 5 cost less than
It should be in line. His attack should be in line with Medusa.
Yeah, he has like 86. Are you kidding me? Nothing. At level 4, 8, yeah, that's not enough. And Shelly, by the way, at level 7 isn't even 100. You believe that shit? It's like 80 something.
Blood Elf at level 2 has that much attack.
Right? Blood Elf in challenge mode's doing that shit.
Yeah, he gets good at 5.
Yeah. And he's a good little body, man. He puts out good damage, but it's just not enough per hit. His attack speed and how much he costs.
I agree with that.
But
Y'all got me on.
I feel like his health is in a good spot. He's kind of right below Medusa and Ninju, around that area. What are the beefier ranges though?
Which is fine though, because he's also
Medusa.
one of those cards that you want to cycle him.
Right.
So.
Right.
So I'm giving him more health because people say that about Ninju, like he's less health, and it's like if you give him less health, people are gonna cycle him faster, and then you lose even faster.
Yeah, that's part of the nuances to the game that not everybody thinks about. Like when you're building a deck, how can you construct it so that when you have your 2 cards that you don't use that much, you're gonna cycle the other 3 cards well enough where you don't have to worry about it. You don't get caught with a bad hand, caught with 4 or 5s in your hand or something. But
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what I love about this game. There's always another little level, another little layer that you can peel back and get better. So
Lots of nuances.
Yeah, and if that's just like understanding the current bugs and how to deal with them or play with them to your advantage, that's
exploit them.
Knowing when to trigger your Zen.
Yeah, knowing how to flood the board and then hit Zen and hope it freezes for him. All right, I mean that's all I got for topics today. We're at an hour and a half, which is honestly a really good time for the pod. You guys have any specific topics you guys wanted to hit that we didn't hit, or any specific words you want?
That was good, man. That's good. I think everybody that tuned in or will tune in later probably feels the same way about most of the shit we said.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people who are like, "Oh God, I hope they never fix these."
The bot teams, I'm sure, probably love it.
Oh yeah, no shit, dude. They probably they can probably play through it.
Yeah, they probably are. They're recoding all of their bots right now to only place it in.
All right.
No,
Well,
man, I think it was good.
Oh yeah, that's perfect, man. GrayGod, it was a pleasure having you on again. Irish, hopefully we'll have you on again as well. Don't forget you can catch Irish and OniChris on Twitch at their respective names. Twitch/their respective names. I know that OniChris also has YouTube. Grandiloquent Gaming, him and SDNW do that together. I lost. They're all gone. Look at this. I'm just doing a monologue right now. Oh, they're coming back.
The robot.
Oh, no, they're coming back. They're coming back. All right, now it's all back. Coming back. It's catching up. It's catching up. It's coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's back! Holy shit, the timer was perfect. All right, let's get out of here before the whole thing crashes. GrayGod, do you have any links or YouTubes or anything like that you want to plug, even if it's not yours?
I'm actually going to start streaming on Twitch sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
I got my overlay set up and everything, so it'll probably be Sunday, but I'm not sure on the exact time yet. I'll post it in all the chats when it goes up, but
perfect.
You can share my profile if you want to.
Dude, I can't believe it froze like that again. It's hilarious. God damn it, Zen! Knock it off, Awesome. Yeah, if you're here, you know me. I'm Glanzer. I'm streaming on Twitch. Also, Glanzer Gaming on YouTube. Again, I'm trying to do a lot more content on YouTube. Get the word out. YouTube's a huge market, so trying to pull some of the YouTube fam over to Twitch because there's a lot of South Park content on Twitch as well. So yeah, if you're catching this on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to jump any links that I might have over people's faces. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to be streaming after this. I'm going to take like a 10-15 minute break, and then I'm going to do locker limits on all 3 of my accounts no matter how long it takes. So it's going to suck, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have. Anybody else have any good farewell words for everybody watching?
Did we turn into robots while you were plugging me and SDNW's thing?
Yeah, I said
Yes.
I was talking about Grandiloquent Gaming a little bit, and then everyone froze. So it was actually really good because you couldn't hear you guys breathing, you know.
I mean, if it worked, if you got us, man, it works. Me and SDNW stole this format and made a channel out of it, but with more stuff. Go follow it, and I stream too.
Yeah.
Twitch TV OniChris.
GrandIloquent Gaming, just like it sounds. Just sound it out.
Easy. Grandiloquent.
And it's very nice. SDNW's been working real hard on his editing skills, and he's got some cool stuff coming. We saw a little bit of his R&D stuff that he's got coming. It's gonna be, some of his matches are gonna be lit to watch, so look out for that. Also, Haze Demon on YouTube is in the fucking house. Everybody else is hanging out. Make sure you check him out if you're from Twitch and you don't know anything about YouTube, which is highly unlikely. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a 15-minute break. These guys are gonna go back to their lives, and we'll catch you later, guys. Out.
See you guys.
Bye.